Hey there, welcome back to Release Your Inner Power and Ways to Boost Your Week with Ignited Decisions. I'm Shauna B, your life reinvention and empowerment coach, here to help you take back your time, your energy, and your confidence. Today we're talking about something that we all struggle with in this day and age, unplugging from our devices. I know. We live in a world where being always on is the norm. But what if I told you that stepping away just for a little bit of time could actually help you feel more in control, less overwhelmed, and even happier? Today, I'm sharing why a digital detox isn't just a trendy buzzword statement or what have you, but a powerful tool for your mental health. I've got some real stories, practical tips, and simple ways you can make unplugging work for you without feeling like you're totally missing out. So let's dive in. Let me start with a quick story about what always being on was for me. A few months ago, I caught myself doing something totally crazy. I had just sat down on the couch after a really long day, totally exhausted, and I told myself, okay, just 5 minutes of scrolling, then I will relax and do something different, right? The next thing I knew, 45 minutes had passed. I had not moved at all. My brain felt completely foggy, and instead of feeling relaxed, I felt worse. I felt drained. I felt frustrated, and then I felt guilty for wasting all of that time. Has anybody else been there? Or how about, have you ever picked up your phone just to check that one thing really quick, and then you're like sucked into this rabbit hole of emails, text messages, social media, TikTok videos, and somehow you end up watching a video of a raccoon eating grapes? No? Just me? The thing is that we live in this world that pulls us in all the time. Notifications, crazy news, endless scroll. Hey, look at me. Our minds are constantly overstimulated, and it's affecting our mental health way more than we realize. Studies actually show that being overly connected to screens increases anxiety, disrupts your sleep, and makes it way harder to focus. We are so busy consuming content that we don't even leave space for our own thoughts and feelings. And yet, we crave stillness and quiet, and we need rest. Our brains need a break to recharge. So, what do we do about it? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this power of a digital detox so you can recharge and take that break that you're craving. A digital detox isn't about completely ditching your phone or moving into a wood cabin in the woods, unless you want to, because there's no judgment here from me. It's about creating the boundaries with the technology and screen so it works for you, not against you. When you intentionally unplug, even for short periods of time, and make that part of a routine for you, reduces your stress and anxiety, improves your focus and your productivity. You sleep better, you feel more in the moment, like you're present in your daily life, and you strengthen real life relationships. So let's talk about some simple ways to do that, because all of that sounds friggin' amazing. Am I wrong? Let's talk about simple ways to do this without feeling like you are cutting yourself off completely from either the world or from technology. So step one, I want you to start small. Do micro detox moments, what I like to call sticking a toe in. Micro detox moments. The idea of detoxing from tech might feel like really overwhelming and not possible, but it doesn't have to be this big, huge change or all at once. You can start really small, really small. Stick a toe in. Try these out. tech-free mornings. Instead of checking your phone the second you wake up, give yourself 15 minutes of screen-free time. Stretch, breathe, drink your coffee, whatever helps you start your day on your own terms, okay? Device-free meals. Put the phone down when you're eating. Whether you're alone or with family, give yourself the space to actually enjoy the food that you're eating and be in the moment. Mini breaks. Step away from screens for just 5 minutes, like every hour. Just 5 minutes. Walk around, stretch, look outside, give your brain a break. Let it relax. 5 minutes. I did this myself by setting a rule. No phone for the first 30 minutes of my morning. And you know what? It changed so many things for me. Instead of diving right into my to-dos and what to do and the stress, I started my day feeling way calmer and more intentional about how I was using my valuable time. And not only that my day moved very differently, that when it got front loaded with taking a break in this mini digital detox, it was very different than when I rolled over, picked up my phone, and started doing all the things in the first 30 minutes of my day. What about taking another step? Let's create no scroll zones. What? Have you ever noticed how sometimes you pick up your phone without even thinking about it because it's totally automatic to us now that we've had these lovely devices for so long? Then the next thing you know, you're sucked right into those reels and you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, like that thing I was saying before. 45 minutes passes and you're like, how the heck did I just dive into TikTok for 45 minutes or Instagram reels for an hour? One way to break that cycle is by setting up no scroll zones in your life. So for example, your bedroom. Charge your phone outside of the room and use an actual alarm clock. This helps you sleep better and then avoid getting onto your phone in the middle of the night or right before bed or right when you wake up in the morning. This will change how much sleep and the quality of sleep that you actually get. I just recently did this. I went through a huge bout of sleeping for 2 hours a night and me sitting there and being like, okay, sick of staring at the walls. And I got totally sucked into the doom scrolling in the middle of the night. And I had to move my phone far away from me, like completely across the room, in order to not have that. And it helped me go back to sleep faster. I was like self-sabotaging. I didn't even know it until I tried something different. Weird. Another thing is work focus time. Another non-scroll zone or no scroll zone is work focus time. So turn off your notifications, turn on the do not disturb mode, or put your phone in another room while you're actually working or doing something that needs your full attention. This will improve your concentration and it will help you stay focused and not squirrel off, and you can get things done way faster. Another no scroll zone could be during social hangouts. Like if you're kicking it with your friends or your family, keep your phone in your bag or your pocket. You know, if you're out to dinner, don't bring it out and set it on the table so it's right there. You know, keep it in your purse or your pocket. Or if you need to know if somebody's calling you, but you don't need to see all the notifications, that's going to totally distract you from, you know, continuing your conversation and connecting with that person. Just put it in your lap so you can still feel the vibration of when it's ringing, but everything else you don't look or respond to, right? So another step that you can do to help you unplug in your digital detox here is you can actually use tech to help you unplug. I know it sounds crazy. Sounds, you know, the irony, but hear me out. There are apps and tools designed to help you use less tech. There are screen time trackers, which checks how much time you're spending on your phone, and then you can set limits to it. And trust me, seeing that number on there by how many hours and minutes is jaw-dropping. I don't like it. I don't like seeing that number, which helps me minimize and digital detox when I see that number, because it's kind of slapping me in the face. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of just, whoosh, you just spent 6 hours of your 24-hour period on your phone. What are you doing? Or maybe more. You know what I'm saying? Another one is focus apps. So apps like Forest or Freedom block distractions also while you work or take a break. Do not disturb mode, like setting up the auto replies for text, or limit your notifications on either how you want to see them or maybe the sound, so you're not constantly pulled into your phone, because you can switch that up and design it however you want. So you can set up all of those things. So when do not disturb is up, it's like nothing. You can even set it up so if you're like, oh, I can't, what if there's an emergency? I got you. You can put your emergency contacts in there that will come through on do not disturb mode or sleep mode, because they're your emergency contact. As long as it's not pulling you away from the thing, and, because not every time they call you is an emergency, right? But having that and setting it up to how you like it and how much you want to minimize all those notifications and whatnot will help you out immensely. Another trick that I've learned recently is grayscale mode. So it turns your phone screen black and white, and it makes it way less appealing to scroll because there's no bright colors and ahs in your eyes, right? Try it for a day and see how quickly you lose interest on the scrolling. Another step to a digital detox is replace screen time with something else that fills you up. So the hardest part about unplugging, because we're so used to looking down and doom scrolling and getting sucked in and all of these things, we're filling all of our bored, empty space with our phones, with technology. And so instead of just cutting out the tech to where you're just sitting there like, okay, what do I do? I'm not really sure. Replace it with something that is meaningful, valuable to you. So if you love to read a book. If you're working on something and you need a journal about it, do that. Are you a doodler? Do you doodle? I'm a doodler. I get teased a lot because sometimes I'll just rewrite the same words over and over. So by the time I'm done on a paper, it looks like I'm writing in bold font. But it helps me focus. It helps me think through my thoughts, and it's useful for me to process things instead of not thinking about anything being on screens. Another one is go for a short walk. Moving your body is always good. And if you've been meaning, I really want to walk on these nice days. I really want to do something to move my body. Put the phone down and go for a walk. Am I right? Call a friend. Call them. Like, talk, not text. Like, actually pick up the phone and push their name and talk to them. Maybe you want to try something new that you've been putting off forever. One of the things that I really want to try recently, for whatever reason, is pulling at me is rock painting. I really want to try to paint those little cool rocks and then hide them all over my neighborhood just to brighten somebody's day. I haven't done it yet. I haven't stuck the toe in, but it's definitely been floating around. And I bet you by the end of the nice season, I'm going to be painting some rocks here because it's been pulling at me for sure. Now, I had a client maybe in the last year or so who was constantly on her phone before bed, constantly on her phone, constantly. And it was totally wrecking her sleep. Like when she was falling asleep, when she would go to bed, she'd get hooked on something. And then again, 2 hours passed and she's like, shoot, I was supposed to be sleeping 2 hours ago. And so she decided to swap out this whole nightly scrolling for 15 to 30 minutes of reading a night. She put her phone across the room, charged it across the room, which also helped her in the morning time getting out of bed, just saying. And then she replaced that with 15 to 30 minutes of reading every night. And within a week, she was falling asleep so much faster. She wasn't feeling like she needed to do things like an anxious-y, busy feeling before going to bed. And then because she was putting her phone across the room, she was getting up on time every day instead of scrolling right away in the morning or hitting the snooze button 5 times. You know? You know what I'm saying? So small changes, small little tweaks and changes equals big results. Because here's the truth. The world isn't going to stop if you put your phone down. The emails, the updates, the notifications, they're totally going to be there in 15 minutes. They're not going nowhere. They're there. But you deserve a break. You deserve to be present and being in your life, not just consuming everyone else's life. So my challenge to you, my friend, this week is I want you to try one small digital detox habit. Let's change it up a little bit. Maybe it's a tech-free morning. Maybe it's putting your phone away at dinner. Whatever it is, pay attention to how you feel in your body. How does that feel? And make note of that. Take some note of that. Less stress, better sleep, more time for yourself. I bet you'll start to notice a shift and a difference just by doing that. All right, my friends. That is it for today. And if you found this helpful, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. And if you try a digital detox, let me know. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Until next time, remember, you have the power to take control of your time and energy. Now go out there and own your week. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, learned something new, or got some gems to take away that will boost your week. I release a new episode each week, so make sure to click that follow button to not miss what is coming next. If you love the show or want to share a story, send me a quick message. I love hearing from listeners. If you know someone who needs this episode in their life, go ahead and share it with them. I'm sure they would love you for it. If you are looking to connect more, check out the show notes for all the social links, my website. I would love to hear how this episode helped you and what you loved about it. If there's a topic you want to hear about, send that too. All right, ladies, now is the time to release your inner power. If you're ready to break free from burnout and create a life that actually feels good, I've got you covered. You can work with me in a few ways. Join my monthly membership for ongoing support, dive into my workshops for quick breakthroughs, book coaching sessions for personalized guidance, or go all in with my Revive and Recharge Your Life coaching program to build a foundation for lasting change. No matter where you are on your journey, there is a path for you, my friend. Let's get started. DM me or check the link in the show notes to get more information.